Question 12 of the exercise says ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. So AB is parallel to CD and AD is equal to BC. So the non-parallel sides AD and BC of the trapezium are also equal, and such a trapezium is called an isosceles trapezium. We have to show these four things written here. Let's focus on the first two of these four things. We have to show that angle A is equal to angle B and angle C is equal to angle D. And we are given this hint: extend AB and draw a line through C parallel to DA, intersecting AB produced at E. So here's the construction for this hint. AB has been extended as this ray, and through C a line has been drawn that is parallel to DA, and this line intersects AB produced at E. So this is the construction for the hint, and this hint will allow us to solve all parts of this problem. Okay, so first we have to prove that angle A and angle B are equal. So angle A and angle B, these two angles are equal. And then we have to prove that angle C and angle D are also equal. Now to do that, I want you to focus on and think about the quadrilateral ADCE. So ADCE, this quadrilateral. What can you say about this quadrilateral? What is special about this quadrilateral? Well, in this quadrilateral, both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Why? Because AD is parallel to CE by construction. We constructed it like that way. We constructed CE to be this line to be parallel to DA. So this is by construction, and also the other pair of sides DC and AE are parallel because AB is parallel to DC, because these are the parallel sides of the trapezium. So if AB is parallel to DC, then AE is also parallel to DC, because AE is simply AB extended or AB produced. So AD is parallel to CE by construction and AE is parallel to DC, and this is basically given to us as part of the problem. And from these two facts we can conclude that ADCE is a parallelogram because both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. And this also means that AD, this side AD, is equal to CE. AD is equal to CE. But we are also given that AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC also, and because AD is equal to BC and AD is equal to CE as well, now we can conclude that BC and CE are equal. So BC and CE are equal. So this side BC and this side CE are equal. This further means that in triangle BCE, because BC and CE are equal, the angles opposite these sides must also be equal. What are the angles opposite these sides? The angle opposite BC is this angle BEC, and the angle opposite CE is this angle CBE. So these two angles are also equal, must be equal. So we can write in triangle BCE, angle CBE is equal to angle CEB. Both these angles are equal, and let's assume that both these angles are equal, have a measure of x degrees. Now what we will do is we will write the measures of each of the four angles of the trapezium ABCD in terms of x. So let's do that. So what do you think will angle A be equal to? This angle here. Well, this angle forms a co-interior angle pair with the angle at E. So angle A plus angle E is equal to 180 degree because this is a pair of co-interior angles. This means that angle A is 180 degree minus angle E, or 180 degree minus x degrees. Now what can we say about angle B? So angle B, this angle here, forms a linear pair with this angle here. So once again we can write angle B plus angle CBE, which is the other angle in the pair. This is equal to 180 degree, and angle CBE is also equal to x degrees. So we have angle B also equal to 180 degree minus x degrees. So both angle A and angle B have a measure of 180 degree minus x degrees, and from here we can conclude that angle A is equal to angle B. So this proves part 1, angle A is equal to angle B. Now similarly, let's find out the measures of angle C and angle D. So angle C is this angle here, angle C of the trapezium. This forms an alternate interior angle pair with angle CBE. So we can write angle C is equal to angle CBE because this is a pair of alternate interior angles, and this means that angle C is equal to x degrees. And now what is angle D? Well, angle D is this angle here, and this will be equal to the angle at E because these are opposite angles of the parallelogram. So we can write angle D is equal to angle E, and because angle E is also equal to x degrees, we have angle D is equal to x degrees. So both angle C and angle D have a measure of x degrees, and from here we can conclude that angle C is equal to angle D. So this proves part 2 as well. So we have proven 2 of the 4 parts. Now let's go to part 3. So in part 3 we have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. Let's complete these 2 triangles in the figure. So triangle ABC is formed by joining this diagonal AC. So we have this triangle ABC on the right side, and triangle BAD is formed by joining the diagonal BD. And we have to prove that ABC and BAD are 2 congruent triangles. So let me highlight these 2 triangles for you. As I do that, observe the order of the vertices carefully. So triangle ABC is A, B and C, this triangle like this, and triangle BAD starts from B, A and D, this triangle. This is triangle BAD. So these 2 triangles are the triangles that we have to prove as congruent. So let's compare these 2 triangles. So in triangle ABC and triangle BAD, what are the corresponding parts which are equal? Well, one of the sides is common, AB is common to both, so we can write AB from triangle ABC and BA from triangle BAD. I'm just following the order of the vertices. So AB is equal to BA, this is common. Also BC from triangle ABC, this side, is equal to AD from triangle BAD. So BC is equal to AD, and this is basically given to us. The trapezium is isosceles, so the non-parallel sides are equal. And also in part 1 we proved that the angle at B, so this angle here, is equal to the angle at A, so this angle here. So in triangle ABC, angle ABC is equal to, in the other triangle BAD, angle BAD, and this is basically from part 1. So in these 2 triangles we have 2 side pairs and an included angle pair equal, and this means that the 2 triangles are congruent. So ABC is congruent to triangle BAD by the SAS congruence criterion, because we have 2 side pairs and the included angle pair as equal. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. That proves part 3. And now in part 4 we have to prove that AC and BD are equal, but AC is this side and BD is this side. These are simply the corresponding sides of the 2 triangles we have proven as congruent. So we can straight away write AC is equal to BD by CPCT, by corresponding parts of congruent triangles for these 2 congruent triangles ABC and BAD. So that proves part 4. And with this we have completed all the 4 parts of question number 12. To learn more about how QMath can help you crack school and board exams, explore QMath Leap, a live online classroom program run by highly experienced and committed teachers.